Hey there peeps, what's up? Welcome back. Today we're doing a new cigarette review. Today we're doing Camel Yellow from Indonesia. This is just Camel filter from overseas. Here they market them as a red and blue pack. Originally here in the States, they marketed them as originally, before the red and blue pack, they marketed them as a tan brown pack with a white circle. Those packs have changed to a red, but overseas they're yellow. I do like these, but these are not like anything wow. These would not be a cigarette that I would put on the list of ordering from Siggy's World yet again. If I'm going to order Marlboros next time I order. So as you can see, here's the front of the pack. It says Camel. Has a camel on the front. Very reminiscent of our packs. And then it has, you can actually see it. The standard, I don't know if those are mountains or pyramids on the front, or what. And then it's got palm trees, and then you can see it's got camel. Let me bring it out here. See if I can find that spot again. You can see all those lines. That spells out camel. Around the camel that's here, it spells out camel. Now I have opened this, have taken off the cellophane and cracked the tax stamp, but have not smoked a cigarette or removed the inner foil. Wasn't going to do a video, but last minute decided to do a video. And then on the bottom it says Yellow 100s. At the top, since 1913, quality tobaccos. Has a warning here. And when I translated this little text down here says, it says Parangotten, which means, I probably didn't pronounce it right, it says, warning, smoking took away my happiness one by one, and then has a quit line. That's the warning on the front, and the back is the same. But yeah, that's all it really says, that smoking cigarettes took my happiness away one by one, or something like that. And then you take a look at the top. It has the same design with the lines and camel. You don't know if you can see it, but it does spell out camel. It has a camel there, 100s, and that's it for the top. And then, well, let me slow down. That's the top. It is embossed on the top very heavily. A little bit lighter on the front, but it is embossed on the front and back. And this is a different texture than our American packs. It's a little bit softer of the pack, almost kind of velvety. It's definitely not, like, it's a little glossy, but not nearly as glossy as the American packs. And then if you run your finger over it, you can hear the lines. And then the bottom, it has a manufacturing date of 7/8, so that's January, February, March, April, May, July 8th, 2024 is when that was made. And then it says, has a code here that's embossed behind it. The camel design is there, but it's not as pronounced, the camel text. And then it says, it has a barcode here, a yellow camel, SPM, which means it is a machine. I don't remember what that stands for, what that's short for, but that does let you know it is a machine cigarette. It says Yellow 100s, JT, a product of Japan Tobacco, made by blah 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 in Indonesia. And this is a different design. I don't believe our packs are like this anymore. I know they used to have that round edge to it, like some of the American cigarettes, so like Pall Mall and some of the other budget brands have the rounded corner box. And I haven't smoked a Pall Mall in so long, I couldn't even tell you they have that design anymore. But it's got that kind of like octagon-like shape, rounded corner box, which I like. And then it says JT in the corner. On this side has a warning here, which translates to do not give to pregnant women and people under the age of 18. Do not sell or give to people under the age of 18. Or pregnant women. It has the do not litter thing there, like ours have. Barcode. These are non-FSC. which is great. I love these. They are non-FSC. They are a little dangerous because you put them down and put them out, and then if you don't 100% put it out, it does relight itself. And then it says 20 Class A cigarettes, which is funny. I didn't know they did Class A outside the USA. And then it says Japan Tobacco International, or JTI, has their little logo there. And then, yeah, that's it for that side. And then you have your tar and nicotine rating here. 13 milligrams of tar and 1 milligram of nicotine. Camel Yellow 100s. And then that's it for the pack. And then you have your tax stamp over here, which I did crack. Like I said, I wasn't going to do a video in the last minute. They said, stop, let's do a video. And then it just has the price there, which that equates to about $3 USD, $3 and some change. If I'm not mistaken, I'd have to look. And then it has that's it. And opening the pack, it's standard. You know, there's nothing on the inside except the foil that has all the lines on it. Looks like a thumbprint, kinda, which is very interesting. Looks like a thumbprint. Then it says Camel, as a camel there. And that's it. That's, oh yeah, silver insert, which is very interesting. Don't know why it has a silver insert of all colors. But let's give this let's open this and give it a go. Camel Yellow. You can smell the tobacco on the paper. It's very, very sweet smelling, but it's not the Turkish level sweet, because I do not believe these. I believe these do not have Turkish in them. But I might be mistaken. They might, or they might be some kind of either European blend or a Japanese blend or an Indonesian blend. I don't know. I don't know anything about these cigarettes. It's hard to find anything online, let alone anything in English or anything. I can't really find about the taste or much online about this special variety. I can find the Camel Yellows from Europe, a lot of those, but I don't find a lot of the Indonesian Camel Yellows. But they do smell really sweet, kind of chocolatey, but not like the hay sweet Turkish level of American cigarettes. Cork style filters, and you can tell these are different than ours right away. These are 100s. Now I don't know why they switched the US varieties to 99s, but they did. The Camel filters here in the US used to be sold as 99s, and then overseas they're sold as 100s, and then here, or they used to be sold as 100s, here now they're sold as 99s. Still overseas, they're sold as 100s. Looking at it, it's just a cool looking cigarette. It has a cork style filter, Camel, and written like it is arched on the pack in silver, just like it is on the front of the pack, and has a camel at the bottom. Cork style filter. Ooh, look at that. Did that just focus? Nah, I don't think it did. I don't think this phone has focus. And it's very shiny. Has an overlapping paper. Yeah, I can't see in this crummy lighting, but whatever. I know there is one line of perforations. I checked in the daylight. Looking at the tobacco on the inside, this thing is packed really taut to the brim. Not quite like an American Spirit, but it's definitely packed pretty well. And tobacco on the inside is mixed. It's like some light, some bright, some dark. It's like a mix. It's some medium tone, and then there's some chunks of light in there. So I'm guessing this is mostly a Virginia with some burley in there. I don't think it has the Turkish or Oriental tobacco that ours have. This is not an ass-kicking cigarette like ours are. Like the filters here are pretty strong, but a lot different smelling and tasting than these. Smelling it, it's got something to the smell that I can't put my finger on. I almost want to say sweet, but not like the sweet that ours has. Like the kind of like. God, I haven't smoked an American Camel filter in so long I couldn't even tell you guys, but this is a little bit different than ours, which It's sweet, but this is different. There's something to this. It's different. But anyways, let's give the Camel yellow filter a light and smoke it and see how it goes. Cheers. Now, for all I know, this could be a European blend. Definitely not the biggest body of smoke. You know, if you smoke an American cigarette and you're used to smoking American cigarettes. Let me scoot to the right here a little bit so I don't have to lean so far. Okay. That didn't work. Okay. If you smoke an American cigarette, they're very smoky. It's definitely a full-bodied cigarette, but it's more on par with like a European full flavor. AKA how a European full flavor would be more of like a lighter, medium American cigarette. It definitely smokes, but not like heavy, full, like plumes of smoke like an American cigarette would be. But that taste is definitely there. It's almost like very unique taste. But not to get too far ahead of myself. The body is okay. It's not humongous. It's more on par with like a full flavor in Europe or a medium intensity cigarette here, because I think like it would I don't know. It's not as heavy and thick and dense as an American cigarette, but it's not as sweet tasting as an American Camel either. Flavor. The flavor, it's almost kind of like toasted. It's like a toasted taste, kind of like how American Lucky Strikes are toasted. The Lucky Strike non-filters here are toasted, and that's what it reminds me of. The Lucky Strike non-filters. It tastes like it's a mostly Virginia with some heavy sweeteners in it or some kind of other flavoring that I can't 100% put my finger on, but it almost tastes kind of like a toasted taste. I'm sitting here. I've smoked about a carton of these. This is the last pack, and I haven't been 100% been able to put my finger on the taste. But I think it's just a very. That might be just a mostly Virginia blend with some barley sprinkled in. Which I think with the Americans, I think it's a barley mixed with Turkish with a sprinkle of Virginia. Now it is a bold cigarette and it has some kick to it and some real oomph. It's not sweet and mild and tasty like an American Camel. This is a heavy, dense, kick you in the teeth kind of cigarette. It's got some boldness to it. Excuse me. Definitely some real heaviness. Excuse me. Almost like a drier smoke. But yeah, it's smoking real nice. These don't smoke that quick, and it's not quick, but it's not slow. You know, it's not an American Spirit level slow, but it's not like a Marlboro Red or like an American cigarette that was just like a fuse. It's right in the middle of like slow and fast. Plus, it's non-FSC, so you can smoke it as damn quick or as slow as you want. Overall, yeah, it's a good smoke. Um, it's nothing exciting or crazy. I wouldn't like put this on the top of the list. If I were to live in Indonesia and maybe get these, have access to these and never smoked an American cigarette, yeah, these would be decent. But I would not put these. These are similar to an American cigarette, but these are kind of different. They're just not an American. They're not the level of sweet or flavor that the American Camels have. But there's something different about this. I almost want to say coffee, kind of like a toasted taste with like a coffee undertone, maybe nuttiness, with a real bold tobacco taste, and it has some kick to it. Um, Smoke in the eye. So overall, yeah, it's decent, but it's not something. If I don't have access to this would not be something I would go out of my way to order over and over. Like the Raisin I enjoyed, Raisin. Those are cigarettes I enjoy, and I've bought twice so far. Excuse me, my eye is watering. I got smoke in the eye. But it's different. I've definitely enjoyed the carton of these I've smoked, but these are not something I would smoke again. Um, Maybe in the future I'd order like maybe just a couple packs of these. But I don't think I would sit down and smoke an entire carton of these in a couple weeks like I have again. Wrapping up this cigarette, getting down to the end here. It's burning decent. Yeah, it's got a good flavor, nice nicotine hit. Um, Definitely unique. Nothing like our Camels, but it's not like anything like blow you away. Um, you smoke a carton of these, you might not want to smoke them again for a while. Again, I'm not a Camel smoker. I'm a Marlboro person and American spirits, but I haven't had spirits in a long time, months and months. Because as the weather's gotten colder, I haven't. As the year's winding down, and the weather's gotten colder as the time I'm filming this. I haven't really been on too big on the American Spirit train. They're good in like the spring and beginning of summer. Then when it gets hot as freaking crap and then cold, it's just like not pleasant. There's like there's the golden time of year, which is like March, April, May, and like the early part of June is when you want to smoke those because that's when it's warm but not overly hot, like where I live at least. For me, that's when I like to smoke them because it's like 75 degrees, 80 that time of year, and then the summer it can be like 85, 90, and you just don't want to really sit out there too long. And then in the winter it's just too cold. There's like a golden time of year to smoke American spirits. So overall, yeah, maybe if you've never smoked these and you have a chance to order these on Siggy's World, I would go for something a little different, but I wouldn't say don't smoke these. These are unique, and you want to try something a Camel that's not domestic to your country, i.e., you're an American. I know Europe has Camel Yellows. These might be a little bit different. Never had a Camel Yellow from Europe. But overall, these are not really, for an American, these would be something a little different. But for someone who has access to Camel Yellows in a country where they sell them, Europe and whatnot, and some Asian countries, I know they don't sell them in Japan. They had a Camel filter in Japan, but they are not these, and they didn't sell very well or something. I don't know. But I would overall, yeah, I would recommend these. If you're an American, you want to try something different than an American Camel. These are a little different. That's all I can say. Yeah, I would recommend these as a once in a while thing. These are not something I would smoke every day. Even if I was in Indonesia, I think I would smoke something a little different. But it's a decent cigarette. Tastes good. Smokes good. Smokes at a decent rate. It's non-FSC. It tastes completely different than ours. Um, as somebody who smoked an entire smoked an entire carton of these, I don't think I would smoke them again for a while, but I would definitely recommend these. Overall, I would recommend them. I would recommend them, but not day to day to day. Like if you want, a lot of people will go online and order 4 cartons at a time, and if you want to smoke something from Siggy's World, go for the flavored cigarettes or the menthol cigarettes or some of the funny cigarettes. You know, the novelty cigarettes, as some people will call them. These are not novelty. These are just regular old Camel filters. Next on the list, which I'm going to order early next year, or maybe the springtime when it's nice and I can enjoy them outside, is going to be Marlboros and some other, like maybe I'll get into some Kretex next year. But for now, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good one. Subscribe for more, and peace.